Well, I'm going to close with two poems. The first poem is one of the title poems from this book. I don't know if you can see it. Whatever. It says, "Why is it so hard to kill you?" It's called Immortal One. It's kind of a love poem. Good morning, angel fish. Why is it so hard to kill you? The others were easy. The green bird flew away and returned to nest in my lab's soft jaw. What of my tabby mixes, crushed by tires, decapitated by foxes? Even the last of 5 dogs stopped bringing back the ball. In less than a mile from the door, a hayfield where I bury horses. But you refuse, in spite of my forgetting your food or new carbon for your bubbler. Once I left you on the porch, you lived for 2 months, eating uncautious flies who sipped your tank water. Come on, little triangle. Is your song here not complete? Why won't you die? And the poem I'd like to close with is a South Carolina poem. South Carolina, like Baltimore, is a little bit, is concerned primarily with where you were born and went to school. And it's one of the major topics of conversation. And so when the neutrino was discovered a few miles away from here, it's a little particle. It's one of those subatomic particles. Perhaps you know about it. So they refer to the location not as the discovery of the neutrino, but they refer to it as the birthplace of the neutrino. Now, the neutrino was not born there. All right, the neutrinos have always existed, but there's still a big sign welcoming you to the birthplace of the neutrino as you enter the town where I live. So I wanted to write about that and the neutrino's effect on me and the community. So living in the birthplace of the neutrino. Last night's 4-mile walk before fish supper took us down one of the many dirt roads, too many springs in these parts for asphalt. And we passed a girl sitting by the clay berm. Ignoring my dogs, she looked at me, said, "Hey, mister, why are you walking down this road?" I said, "Exercise." But you know, it worried me. A few weeks ago, for Martin Luther King's birthday, I took the dogs to St. Matthew's, told myself we'd hike until we unearthed slave cabin ruins, thinking it might take a week. We were disappointed to only traverse a half an hour to find gray and brown boards clinging to shotgun beams, sadness staving off rot like resin and oil. You can't always feel time and distance, nor lost African saints singing up from the depths of history. But down here, you don't have to squint to hear it. It's there. It's all around us, I guess. Like the gray marker as you come into town, which glamorizes the birth of the neutrino. In 1954, the year of the Brown v. Kansas decision, the neutrino is a small particle that is neither positively nor negatively charged, contrary to popular electrons, and is the product of radioactive decay, decay that is so intense, it's radioactive. What's more, its parents, two men, had to wait 40 years before being posthumously awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics, causing quite a stir in our sphere of twice blooming azaleas and pine straw. We now sport a neutrino statue and a museum of the neutrino and a parade up Weak Forces Avenue, which coincides, not coincidentally, with the reenactment of the Battle of Aiken, a minor skirmish. The local spin is that it nearly turned the outcome of the war. What is the matter? What is matter if something can go right through it like it doesn't exist?